So let's take some ways that you guys can write this down specifically. How do you pay for advertisements? You can pay to put an ad in the classifieds. Any classifieds, paid classifieds, newspaper, internet. Some places like Craigslist, you can get it for free, or you can pay for it. You go in different categories. My choice is I take it for free. Mm-hmm. How do you go find it? It's active prospecting. Active prospecting meaning knocking on doors, you yourself handing out the flyers, meeting people, getting names, getting numbers. Where are you going to go to get these names and numbers? Well, who is it that you're looking for? You're looking for landlords and tenants. Where do you find landlords?
Their house. Buildings.
Most of the landlords don't live in buildings unless it's like co-ops or condos. And a lot of those are rented out, like Parkchester. They have like a, what's the ownership occupancy ratio in Parkchester? I don't think it's too high.
No, I'm not right now. Maybe 40%.
It's a lot of rentals. More than half of the place is rented out. So where do you find homeowners?
Houses.
Sometimes.
By getting a list from the...
More specifically, you can find them in the Coles book, especially if the Coles book is updated. The Coles directory is usually at the front desk of each and every office. You can choose a block that you want, an area that you want. You go down the list. There's a marking on the what is it? Is it a dot?
Yeah.
A dot that signifies that this is a confirmed homeowner. Give them a call. Hello, this is Chowdhury. Have you ever thought about moving? If it's a one family, maybe they want to rent the apartment. Maybe that's a lead so you can get a listing to sell the house. No, I rent this apartment, but I'm getting the hell out of here. There you go. That's a lead for an apartment to rent. Maybe if they're not a bad tenant, you'd prefer to represent them and find another apartment. This is how you're going to find the homeowners, because you can go knocking on doors all day long and not knowing who's behind the door, even if they want to let you in. But if you call them, you know, I'm a realtor from Century 21. I'm seeing if you're looking to move or you know anybody that's looking to move. Oh, I have an apartment upstairs. Do you know anybody? Yes. That's how it goes. You're going to find homeowners. Another way to find homeowners, prospecting on the street, looking for signs on your way to work. If you drive to work, do you just drive to work looking at the car in front of you? Or are you looking at the sides of the streets? A lot of places for rent, they have signs outside that's saying, rent me. There's a apartment for rent. You get that number, or I'm going to get it when I come back. You can actually pull over, get that number. As soon as you get to the office, give them a call, set up an appointment to see the place. You guys, don't wait. I've made the biggest mistake in this business of procrastination. I waited. Oh, you know, these people, they don't seem too interested. I'm going to call them back next week. Next week I call them back. Somebody who's been calling them every single day this week got the deal. So don't wait. You see the number, get the number when you see it. If you're walking on the street, call them right there. You can preview the apartment right there. You can meet the landlord right there.
Take immediate action.
Immediate action. What was Harold saying the other day?
Urgency.
That's urgency.
Urgency, yes.
Immediate action. Because if you want to make 10 grand, you better have some sort of urgency, and you better be taking immediate action unless you're going to sell a house. Sell a house, you know, 7 grand. I mean, you definitely don't need to be too pushy with a house, but apartments you do. You need to get your feet in the door, take a look at the place, do advertisements, get contacts, meet tenants, show the apartment immediately. Like one small circle, not a big circle, a small circle. You want to get around it fast so you can get paid. So next, how do you wait for the business. Waiting for the business, that's dangerous. You can wait forever and not see any results. Then you get frustrated.
If Jenny give us a call, then we get it. Otherwise, we don't get it.
Waiting for business should actually be happening simultaneously with finding the business. Because when you put an advertisement out, you're paying or you're not paying. It's a free advertisement. You're either paying with money or you're paying with your time. When you pay for an advertisement, you're waiting to get the results from that advertisement. But that should not be your only avenue of business. You should employ all three of them. Pay for it, you wait for the results, and in the meantime, you actively go out there to find business. It's the best way I've seen so far. Any questions you guys have?
Yes, about Section 8. We find landlords. A lot of landlords, they want to rent their apartment, but if Section 8, or it makes them angry, no, Section 8. We want cash. And sometimes some people agree to that working in Section 8.
Okay.
It's very rare.
Okay. How do you convince a landlord that previously is saying to you, I only want working tenant, and you have a program tenant, and vice versa? Because the thing is that you don't want to be stuck on either side of the aisle. You want to be free to influence these people to do exactly what is it that you want to do. The goal is that you're a professional, you know what's necessary to be done, so you want to convince them that by you knowing, they should trust in you to show them the best way to make it happen. How do you do this?
In my opinion, I guess you can tell them, well, by having a Section 8 person, your money is almost guaranteed. So you won't have to worry about the guy losing his job. The income is going to come regardless.
This is part of it.
I mean, my opinion,
That's a very good opinion, and it's a fact, but it's only the part of it. Anybody else?
You need to persuade the landlord to take the tenant because,
How?
It's like
How do you get to that point to persuading them to actually take the tenant that you want? Not the tenant that they're asking you for, because they can be asking you for Mary Poppins, and there's only one Mary Poppins. You're not going to get that tenant. How do you persuade them to get the tenant that you want them to take?
You have to make you have to secure the landlord's own interests, Like, he's worried about his money. He's worried about the apartment being in good shape.
Are you saying that tell him what he want to hear?
Basically.
What's up, Chaudhry?
First of all, we'll try to make them understand that if you accept programs, you'll get more money.
Okay.
Then those people will pay cash.
You're agreeing with this gentleman right here. But like I said, that was part of it. How do you fix this whole issue to make it a non-issue? It's one thing. It's through education. You educate yourself on the situation. Write that down, guys. Educate yourself on what is it that you're doing.